Good morning. You are listening to UpReach, a morning devotional presented by the Church Street Church of Christ in Lewisburg, Tennessee, to encourage you as you face the opportunities and challenges of today. Let's begin this day together with some inspiring thoughts from God's holy word.
Now it came to pass in those days, when Moses was grown, that he went out to his brethren and looked at their burdens. And he saw an Egyptian beating a Hebrew, one of his brethren. So he looked this way and that way, and when he saw no one, he killed the Egyptian and hid him in the sand. And when he went out the second day, behold, 2 Hebrew men were fighting. And he said to the one who did the wrong, "Why are you striking your companion?" Then he said, "Who made you a prince and a judge over us? Do you intend to kill me as you killed the Egyptian?" So Moses feared and said, "Surely this thing is known." When Pharaoh heard of this matter, he sought to kill Moses. But Moses fled from the face of Pharaoh and dwelt in the land of Midian. Exodus chapter 2, verses 11 through 15. Moses sees the pain of his people. He sees the bondage and the injustice. His heart is enraged, and he decides he will do something. He will take matters into his own hands. The result is murder. The motive is right, but the action is wrong. He goes horizontal instead of vertical with God. Moses flees to the desert, where God prepares the man who will ultimately be the deliverer of a nation. But it takes 40 years of preparation before God determines Moses is ready. He is a professional businessman, a sheep herder. It is during the mundane activity of his work that God calls on him to be a deliverer. Actually, Moses is like a lot of enthusiastic Christian workplace believers today who seek to solve a spiritual problem with a fleshly answer. The greatest danger to the Christian workplace believer is oftentimes our greatest strength, our business acumen and expertise to get things done. This self-reliance can become our greatest weakness when it comes to moving in the spiritual realm. We are taught to be problem solvers. But, like Moses, if our enthusiasm and passion are not harnessed by the power of the Holy Spirit, we will fail miserably. Peter has to learn this lesson too. His enthusiasm gets him into a lot of trouble. But God is patient, just as He is patient with each of us. Sometimes He must put us in the desert for a time in order to season us, so that Christ is allowed to reign supreme in the process. What about you today? Before you act, will you pray and seek the mind of Christ until you know it is God who is behind your action? Why not check it out with others? Who knows? You may save yourself a trip to the desert. This has been UpReach, a presentation of the Church Street Church of Christ in Lewisburg, Tennessee. I am Kyle Bolton, the pulpit minister at Church Street, and I would like to personally invite you to come and share times of Bible study and worship with us each week. We meet every Sunday at 9 o'clock a.m. for our morning worship, followed by our Sunday school for all ages at 10:15 a.m. Then we meet again at 6 o'clock p.m. for our evening worship. We also have a midweek meeting for devotion and Bible study on Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. I hope to see you there. Have a blessed day.